I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit SHURT School Turn.
If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit SHURT School Turnaround Specialist.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with our Saturday morning podcast. I am pumped up. I'm excited. I cannot wait. This topic will just take you to another level. I'm going to talk about this morning the 5 reasons teachers follow the school principal. There's reasons why teachers will follow you wherever you go, and I'm going to give you the 5 reasons. So come on in, hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I have so much information to share. Let me just make sure my camera is straight. Everybody can see me and everybody can hear me. All right, give me 2 minutes as I get all of my Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter and YouTube people in. I'm excited regarding this topic. The 5 reasons why teachers follow their principal. Yes, and I got so much to share. Man, listen, I have experienced just so much this week in education. I have to share it. I have to share it. I have so many powerful testimonies, so many things to share, so much stuff, and I cannot wait. So give me a few minutes and come on in, hit that share button. You need to get a pencil and paper out because you know how I do it. I like to teach. I like to educate. I like to give strategies. I want to take schools to the next level. I want to take schools to the next level. So give me a couple of more seconds as I get my people in. I want to make sure that I have all of my folks in. They say, Hurt, we want to join you, but we sometimes won't see you. So I want to make sure that everybody sees me. Everybody knows what's taking place. All right. Give me 30 seconds. Stay with me 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. All right. I think I'm about good. It's a few people that said, tag me, Hurt. You got to tag me. You got to tag me. I said, not a problem. I know some of you guys are exercising. Some of you guys just might be, in the kitchen drinking your coffee, looking at what's going on in the world and things of that nature. But just tune in to the Fantastic Four. Myself at 10. We got Crane and Educate at 10:30. Principal Kafele at 11. We got Josh Tarver Sundays at 7. And we've been doing this for so long. It's free professional development. Where you're going to go and you're going to get free professional development, where it's so much information. All right. So let me see who's with me. I got good morning to Mrs. Arnita. Good morning to Miss Arnita from Illinois. Matter of fact, let me put on my glasses. That's the problem. I need to put my glasses on. I'm denying the glasses. Let me throw the glasses on. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. Good morning to you, Miss Wallace. Good morning to you, Miss Wallace. Good morning to you. I got Miss Stevens. Oh, Stevens is jumping. Good morning to you, Miss Stevens. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Richard Davis. Good morning to you, Miss Fletcher. Good morning to you, David Bell. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Principal Kafele. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Tiara Swain. Tiara Swain. And I know I got to give you a shout out. Good morning to you, Mrs. Stacy Love from Los Angeles. Dr. Houston in the house. We got September Vance Daniels in the house. We got Ms. Wallace in the house, my good friend. We got Keenan Rowland from New Jersey in the house. We got Miss Stevens in the house. Is that? We got Pamela DeVoe in the house from Georgia. I'm gonna be over by your way. I'll be in Brunswick, Georgia. So I don't know how far that is. We got it's jumping. We got Jeanne in the house. Good morning to you. Jasmine Harris in the house. We got Mr. Edwin Garcia in the house. So I'm gonna stop right there. So I want to say good morning to everybody. I'm hyped up. We have a good topic on this morning. We're going to talk about 5 reasons teachers choose to follow their principles. But before we get started, if you're new to my podcast, I always ask the question. The first question I always ask, and just put it in the chat because I like to be interactive. What keeps you up at night as an educator? What is that 1 or 2 things? And it could be anything that is keeping you up at night as an educator. Just put it in the chat. What's keeping me up at night is we have 3 weeks before the state test. 3 weeks before the state test. So that's keeping me up at night. All schools all around the world, if you start in 3rd grade, you will be taking a state test. So that's what's keeping me up at night. I want to make sure that the schools are prepared, that the schools have everything that they need. So that's what's keeping me up at night. That's what I'm thinking about. So put in the chat, what is 1 or 2 things that's keeping you up at night? I have Ms. Wallace says accountability. Ms. Wallace, could you be a little bit more specific? Because I like to answer and just kind of get more details, because I know a lot of other people might be asking the same thing. What else? Who else is what else is keeping you up at night? So Ms. Wallace says accountability. Is there anything else that's keeping up the educators up at night? And I always ask that because usually what keeps you up at night will drive your vision and your mission for what you're trying to do. So that's what usually take place. That's what usually will take place. Okay. All right. So just kind of put it in the chat, and I would like to hear what keeps you up at night as an educator. So there's many things that has kept me up at night. But for the last month, I'm thinking about this state test. Next thing is that what's going on in my life. I'm excited. I just got back. I was in Idaho with Superintendent Tina Strong. I was there on yesterday, which is Friday, and I did an all-day PD with their staff. I just flew into Michigan because it's a 3-hour time difference. I just flew in at 5:30 this morning. I said, I'm not going to sleep. I got prepared for my podcast. So I'm preparing. So for the last 3-4 hours preparing, got my notes ready. But I just want to tell you this. I had a tremendous day with Superintendent Tina Strong and her staff in Idaho. It just was excellent. And one thing that really resonated to me, I'm doing the PD, I'm talking, and she said, this is what she said, and I put it up on my Facebook page. She said, Mr. Hurt, I want to have the highest academic achievement in Idaho by the end of this year. She said it, and it really, and then I said it just really just energized me. Usually, that's how I feel. When I was a principal, I said, I want to have the highest academic achievement, the best school. And she said that, and she was very firm. She said it. She said, Hurt, I want to have the highest academic achievement. I said, Superintendent Strong, let's go to the next level. Let's achieve this goal. Because a lot of times people are nervous or scared to say it, but she was not nervous. She was not scared. She said it in front of all of her staff. She said, I want to have the highest Not in 10 years, not in 20 years, but she said by the end of this year. And that's the work that I'm doing with her school. So hats off to Superintendent Strong. She had a data wall. I put a video up. I put all of this video up on my website. She had a data wall that went from one side of the hallway to another side, and it was a data wall I've never ever seen before. It was very easy to read. It was simple, but it hit you in the face. When I walked into the school, I knew what within 20 seconds what she was about just by that data wall. And I've been working with them through the whole year, but it just brought a big smile to my face. I put it up there. But when she said, I will have the highest academic achievement in Idaho based on our district and state assessment, I want to have that by the end of the year. I said, let's go. Let's go. So hats off to Superintendent Strong. Also, I will be in Brunswick, Georgia on Thursday. Hey, I'm coming, Dr. Flowers. I'm coming. I am coming. You know what we about to do. So I'm happy. That's another school that's about to go to the next level in Brunswick, Georgia. So I'm coming, Dr. Flowers, on Thursday. Yes, get ready. I am bringing it on Thursday. And then after that, I'll be in Alabama with Principal Nancy Edwards. So that's where I'm gonna be at for the next couple of weeks. And listen, it's time. What's keeping me up at night? We got 3 weeks, and I am coming to these schools. We're going to take these schools to the next level. We're going to take these schools to the next level. All right. So go ahead and hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page. It's right here. Subscribe to it. Hey, listen, I want to have thousands of educators on my YouTube page subscribing. I got videos galore. And if you have not picked up your books, you got to pick up my books now. I call them brothers and sisters. How to transform your inner city school or rural schools and increase student achievement. And this book right here is for parents. If you got parents that really need some support, you want to get the book. Schools have purchased it for their parents through the PTO. Make sure you pick it up. All right, let's go get started. Let me go ahead and get this out of here. The captions, boom, like this. Let me get it. So where we at? All right. So 5 reasons why teachers follow the school principal. The reason why I'm going to talk about this topic on today, and we might do a part 2, but I think I got enough time, is because it is the time where now is interviewing time. Teachers can say, hey, I want to come back to the school or not come back to the school. I want to get transferred, whatever the reason is. But at the end of the day, as principals, as leaders, what are the things that the teachers and staff, the custodians, the art teacher, your 8th grade teacher, your history teacher, why do they want to follow you? What are the things that they're looking for in that leader to say, hey, I want to stay here. I want to follow this leader. I've seen many principals when they left and went to another situation, another district or something like that. All of the teachers, I'm just over exaggerating, but you got 80% of the teachers that will follow that particular principal because of something about them that they say, hey, I want to be up under that leadership. When I was a teacher, I followed my principal. His name was Mr. Washington. He was the elementary principal, and then the district moved him up to the middle school. I followed him at the elementary and at the middle school. I didn't want to work for nobody else. I didn't want to be up under nobody else. So for Mr. Washington, because he was that leader, he was the one, and not only me, but he had everybody that was certified, elementary and middle school, they all went with him because he was that person. And then I got principals on here or superintendents where you went from point A to point B and people have followed you. So now we need to kind of talk about it. What does that look like? Why are people following you? Okay. So these are the 5 things that I've done my research based on what me being a principal, my study, books I've written, people I've interviewed, thousands of schools that I visit, why these teachers are saying, listen, I'm going where this person's going. All right. So go ahead and get your pencil and paper out. Hit that share button. You still got time. So number one. Y'all ready? Number one is this. Teachers want leaders to consistently keep their word. One of the things is that the teachers, and when I say teachers, I'm talking about your superstar teachers, your good staff, your good custodians. It's just not about the teachers, that's that administrative assistant or secretary, that parapro, whoever it is. They want to see that leader consistently keep their word. Whether favorable or unfavorable news must be shared with the team. Good leaders are transparent and communicate in a timely manner. One thing that if you sat down with the teachers and said, why do you follow this person, this leader, consistently keeps their word, no matter if it's good or bad, no matter what it is, they consistently keep their word. A lot of times people get frustrated with the leader because they will say one thing on Monday to appease these 15 people, And then on Thursday, they'll say something else to appease these 5 people. And then the email go out on Friday to appease these 25 people. And you like, man, you said something on Monday that's different than what you said on Wednesday. And then you threw an email out there on Friday. What's going on? You're not consistent with your word. So how can I believe you? How can I follow you if you're not consistent with your word? Leaders consistently keep their word. Oh, I got people getting me feedback. I got Ms. Wallace said, preach it. Yes. And I got Edwin Garcia said, your word is your bond. Yes, it is. I was on both sides, teacher and principal. I hated so my principal, he always kept his word, but I hated when people didn't keep their word. And then when I was a principal, I was very transparent and I kept my word. My staff knew. Miss Stevens was my assistant principal. She will tell you, if I said in September, it's going to be the same thing I'm going to say in January, the same thing I'm going to say in April. I'm going to say it to students. I'm going to say it to teachers. I'm going to say it to parents. I'm going to say it to the school board members. I'm going to say it to the superintendent. I'm going to say it to the stakeholders. I'm saying it to everybody. My word will be consistent. Yes, I love it. Facts. I got AP Patrick Lawrence said facts. Yes. I got Dr. Jeter. Thank you for yes. Thank you. Yep. Next one. I told you I'm coming. I told you, look, I got my notes. I am ready. I'm ready. Next one is this. Leaders go to bat for their team. Leaders go to bat for their team. Teams, staff members, teachers, they tend to watch leaders closely to see if they are showing support for them during the times of need. I can always show you support when things are going good. I can always do that. I can always show you support when things are going good. But can you show me support when things are not going good? Will you be in that room when that parent is coming down and they're mad at me because I'm holding their student accountable and he or she's want to cuss me out? Are you, principal, leader, going to be with me, stand side to side with me and support me in situations like that? Or are you going to let that teacher, are you going to let that person just run over me? Leaders go to bat for their team. They do that. Leaders go to bat for their team. I've been in situations where I went down there and a parent was dead wrong, and I've told the parent, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you're wrong. The teacher did not do this, did not do that. I'm not going to accept it. Teacher, I would like for you to leave out while I talk to this parent, because I want to be respectful for the parent, but I'm going to let the parent know that they're wrong. That teacher felt comfortable. They felt supported. They said, man, my leader got my back. My leader got my back. And even if the teacher or staff member did something wrong, and I knew they did something wrong, I saw it, I will always tell the teacher before the meeting, X, Y, and Z. If the parent said something, I would prep my teacher, I would prep the person, and then afterwards, away from the teachers, away from the parents, away from the students, I would have a conversation with the teacher. I never, ever, ever, ever embarrass a staff member. Never, ever. I never talked down to a staff member. I never did any of those things. If I felt something was not right, I would meet with that person, meet with that educator in their classroom, and that's a whole different topic, in their classroom. I'm gonna say it again, in their classroom, one-on-one. And I would sit side to side with the person and explain to them what's taking place. Leaders go to bat for their team. And we need more people to do that. That's why teachers will follow that principle. Hey, that principle, Mr. Hurt, he's firm but fair. Oh, yes, I love it. They would say that all the time. Mr. Hurt is firm but fair, and we know exactly what he wants. That's number 2. Stay with me. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. Give me some love. Give me some emojis. I got people say you talking right. I got gotta have their back. Yes. I got people say respect. Yes. These are the things that if you are a principal and you want your staff to follow you, you want your staff to stay, do these 2 things. I got 3 more to go, but these 2 things will resonate. Okay. Next one. Leaders demonstrate fairness. Oh, I got to stay right there. Leaders demonstrate fairness. Leaders demonstrate fairness. One common issue team members complain about is different treatment, whereby one person seems to receive more accolades, more support, more opportunities from leaders than other team members. You must be fair across the board. Now, fair in one instance might not be fair in another instance because everybody has different personalities and things of that nature. When I was a principal, I knew that I could say something to Miss Clark. That was my superstar teacher. Hey, Clark, come on now. All right, Hurt, I got you. No problem. Come on, Clark. I know you're going to go in. Yeah. She was one thing. Then I had another teacher where I had to spend about 30 to 45 minutes to talk, to see what's going on, to get to understand them, to massage their ego. That's how they felt that I supported them. So I had one teacher that needed 40 minutes of me after school. Miss Clark, she just, hey, come on, Clark. I know you got it. She needed a 10-second pep talk. So I treated them fair, but it was different scenarios that I had to use with my teachers. Once again, I demonstrated fairness across the board. One thing that I said that was non-negotiable, I said I wanted to have 1.5 years worth of growth in all the subject areas, and 65% or more of my students will meet or exceed their end-of-year growth targets. That was fair across the board. So everybody knew the parameters. Everybody knew what was taking place. I was fair across the board. If my staff meeting started at 3, it started at 3. I didn't wait till my superstar teachers came at 3:15 and started. It started at 3. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? People look at that. I demonstrated fairness across the board. Lesson plans had to be turned in before Monday morning at 7 o'clock. That was everybody. I didn't say, okay, you 5 can turn in them late. No, lesson plans had to be turned in on time. If we had to be to work, teachers at 7:30 based on the contract, I didn't let people, because I like such and such, come at 7:50, 7:30 across the board. People see that. They say, oh, Principal Hurt, why do you let such and such come in at 7:50, 7:55, but I come in 2 minutes late and you get on me? Oh, Hurt, you got favorites. Okay, you got favorites. And then now when people see that, they see different treatments that takes place. That's how you will lose your staff, and that's how things get divided. All right. Man, I'm going to go slow. I'm trying to go slow. Someone said, Josh Tarvar said, go slow like Luther Vandross. I cannot sing like him, but I'm going to go slow. I'm going to go as slow as possible. Next one is this. Leaders provide opportunities for growth at their school. Leaders provide opportunity for growth at their school or in their district. One thing that you can ask anybody that was, and I was proud of this, I will pat myself on the back. As a principal for over, I think, 15 plus years, I was able within my teacher team, within my instructional coaches, I was able to develop, promote about 6 teachers to become principals within that period of time, and another 3 or 4 people to become APs. So within 15 years, follow me very closely because this is so important. I need you to get this. I had 9 of my teacher staff members in my building were either APs or principals within the district or outside of the district. I promoted that if they wanted to. I did not hold anybody back. If I saw some, I gave you everything. I talked about things as a principal and AP that you need to know about budgets, about classroom arrangements, what to look for when you go into the classroom, how to interview, how to have your resume straight, looking at data to interpret it. All the things that we got to do as a principal, I trained my teachers who were the good ones. Not everybody, but the ones that wanted it, trained them. I exposed them to it. I made them over the summer school. You're the principal of the summer school. After school program, you're going to have that. Whatever. When I had to present in front of the superintendent and the school board, I brought my team with me. I'm going to say this again. I brought my team with me, and I had them to present in front of the superintendent or the assistant superintendent so they can see them in action. So when jobs came up within the district, they already saw them in leadership positions. I'm going to say this again. Write it down. When jobs came up in the district or outside of the district, they were already in front of my superintendent and assistant superintendent presenting the mid-year data, the end of the year data, how we made our goals, whatever it is, they were presenting along with me. So then now my superintendent was watching them. So when positions came up at the high school, middle school, elementary school, they would apply for it, but they already had an inside track because he or she already saw them in a leadership position. Oh, wow. Leaders provide opportunities for growth in their district. And even if it was out the district, I would call and say, you know what? I don't want to lose my 5th grade teacher. I don't want to lose Miss Stevens or Miss Clark or Miss Tumpkin. I'm naming names, or Mr. Townsend or Mr. Jackson. These are the people that were my teachers getting promoted. I don't want to lose them. They good teachers, but they desire to become principals. I support them 110%. You know when you get them calls because they use you as a reference. I support them 110%. This is what they did. Hey, Mr. Hurt, this is the superintendent from our district. You know, we might have an opening next year for our middle school. Hey, I remember when such and such presented a couple of months ago. Do you think, you know what? I think he would be a good person for that principal position. You know, this is the superintendent calling me about my staff. Why? Because I gave them opportunities. Other people within my staff saw a promotion, so they was allowed to. So they started to work hard. And when I said, "Hey, something's about to open up in another year," my teachers knew that I was not going to hold them back. These are the reasons why teachers stay with the principal. All right. Oh, man, I got 1 more minute. Stay with me. The last thing is that leaders have a vision that sets them apart from any school or district that they are a part of. That vision. What is that vision? Just like with Superintendent Tina Strong, she said she wanted to have the highest academic achievement in Idaho. When you're up under somebody with just a vision, just something that's as you never seen before, the teachers will stay there because they like, listen, we're about to be something great. We're about to be something that's going to last forever. And teachers love that. Teachers want to grow. Teachers want to see something great happening. Teachers want to see their school on TV or on Facebook getting awards. Teachers want to be part of a school with 2 or 3 teachers in their building were teachers of the year and all of that kind of stuff. Teachers want leaders that have a vision that's bigger than let's just come to work and teach. No, what is your vision? Is your vision big enough that people will just go behind it and say, listen, I don't know what it is, but that vision, I got to be part of it. And not only will you get teachers stay within your building, you're going to attract other teachers that's going to come in and want to be part of that vision as well. Once again, we don't have a big vision for our school. We don't have a big vision for our school. What is the big vision for your school? When I was the principal, I wanted to have the highest performing school in Michigan. I worked towards that. I said it. I talked about it. And teachers in my building understood it. And I was getting other teachers, not to brag about what I'm doing, but I'm just speaking the truth. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. I was getting other teachers transferring to my building because that vision was just so big and just so nice. That's what they wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. It is 10:30. So if you came in late, make sure you go to my YouTube page, subscribe to my YouTube page. If you have not purchased my books, make sure you pick up my books. And this week I will be in Brunswick, Georgia. If you would like for me to come in and help support your school, hey, just inbox me. We can make it work. So everybody have a good week. And if no one have told you this, I love you. I thank you for all of your support. Let's go ahead and do what we have to do. And I'll see you at 10:30, which is now over at Create and Educate. Thank you, and may God bless you.